here's going to be the first poem. Most of my poems are titled, at least all the ones that I'm reading. This first one is called First Day of Summer, and it is a very old love poem. The first day of summer, sweet, warm, subtle, and yet expected. Granted, there was a short notice of her arrival, but I still planned for it. Planned that I could see her in all of her glory and wonder. She was just as magnificent as I remembered. No, even more so. Summer. Her flowing locks of light-colored hair, now tightly wound together and hidden under a cap. Summer. Her eyes, brighter than the starry night sky, more vibrant than the flowers in full bloom, more radiant than the sun. Summer. Her skin, dark and warm, like that of burning oak in a fireplace. Summer. When she noticed me staring, she smiled and giggled. Her cheeks blushing red as the fresh strawberries at the market. Summer. She spoke to me, briefly, though I failed to recall over what. But her voice was like honey, warm, smooth, soft, golden. The words slowly dripped from her mouth, those pink lips, those bright eyes. I nearly lost my own breath in hearing hers. Summer. She left as quickly as she arrived. The encounter that was once filled with indescribable sensory, now a mere memory. But I promise you, I will never forget that encounter. I will always remember that first day of summer. Alright, so this next one is more of a political stance, I'm going to say loosely, but it is about our worsening environment. So, like I said, some great ones. So I have to find that one now in my large assortment. You would be surprised. I have some that are like entire short stories that are on separate documents because they took too much space. This one is called A Sick Sea of Green. Against a sea of blue and green, my heart trembles in despair. Gazing across an endless sea, the magnificence I cannot bear. To witness such a tragedy as this, one that seems quite unfair. For in the sea a turtle floats, trapped inside a snare. That snare so tight, I cannot free. The poor sea turtle staring at me. Their heads still and their eyes cold, their mangled body I yearn to hold, and free them from this tormented life, which none would ask for in their strife. And yet there are those who still believe that the earth is ours to live and leave, to take, to demand, to procure, to strand, the animals, the trees, the seas, the breeze, all to govern as we please. It isn't fair, it isn't right, for a sea turtle to have to fight. To live in a world that we all share, living together in this world, which we should all take care. For it may not be our only one, but is certainly safe distance from our sun. So take all life you know in with care, lest you forget they are even there. I know what the next one is and I don't have to look at my list. Alright, so this one is called Where Have All the Stars Gone? And my father passed away 2 years ago from pancreatic cancer. And he was the one who was really important about teaching me about my current love for, I believe it's astronomy and not astrology. It's the one that reads the stars, not gets the personalities. But yeah, so I have a lot of fond memories of looking at the stars with my father and my siblings, and so this was a poem that I wrote about that. I remember when I was young, my father would bring out his telescope to show us children the stars. He would teach us the constellations on every trip we had, every night walk, every chance he had. He would say, "Look there, that's Cassiopeia. She's a woman sitting on a throne. Can you see the throne? Can you find the Big Dipper? Good job. And now where's the North Star on that dipper?" That's right. You see that star right there? That's actually Saturn. That's right, we can see planets too, because the sun's light is so bright that it is reflected off of the other planets. On clear days, we could see the constellations from our own backyard. But for the past several years, I have not seen these constellations from my childhood home. This saddens me for two reasons. It's upsetting that the lights nearest to our eyes are so multiple and bright that they blind us from the stars and planets millions of light years away. It's also upsetting that I can no longer see where my father supposedly now resides. He's the reason for my love of astronomy and astrology, of the planets, the moons, and the stars, of our solar system and beyond. He is the reason I believe in other planes of existence. The world is so vast that it wouldn't make sense for there to only be one plane. Alright, this next one is a fun one. It's a tonka, which means it's 5-7-5-7-7, which is 2 lines more than a haiku, and it is called pecans.
Woo! We love pecans!
Thank you. A wonderful treat, a nut from a tree, salty, can be baked in pies. Roasted, salted, or ate raw, they are a delicious treat. Alright, can I get a time on how much time I have left?
Is it another tonka?
I can make it another tonka.
Tonka, I don't know, 2 minutes.
2 minutes? Okay, I will skip the longer ones that are depressing, and I will simply go for 5 tonkas. I have 2 more tonkas, and an additional short one. I don't know, I'll just go with
I
it.
love the pecans one.
Hopefully
I'm so glad you do.
Weird, I got a piss.
No.
Do
You
it!
know what? It was requested, I'll give it. I thought it was a little naughty for here, but okay. Okay, so this one's called I Gotta Piss. We had to write poems together for about a month, so I did whatever came off the top of my head, and I had to piss one morning. So. The urge is such a wonderful thing, so early in the morning, coaxing me from my warm bed with the threat of release into my clean sheets. I would hope so. I still don't know. You know what? I'll do another tonka until I'm told that I can't do any more tonkas.
Make it a longer.
That's not how Japanese works, and you know it. Where's a good one? I mean, there's 2 about like how hard it is to write a poem, so I'll read those. This one's titled, It's Hard to Write a Poem. It's hard to write a poem when your brain is mush and your head hurts. It's hard to write a poem when you don't set aside time in the day. It's hard to write a poem when your stomach is hungry and your eyes are tired. It's hard to write a poem. And then I'm going to assume this is my last one. So again, same concept, hard writing poetry. This one instead is titled, A Poem So That I May Not Perish. I cannot take a nap until I write a poem. I need to take a nap because I will be driving late at night. If I drive tired late at night, I might drift into traffic and perish. So here is my poem, and now I can take a nap.